Hello everyone, welcome to What the French for another video, and today we're going to talk about the butcher, where you can find meat, and you can buy all kinds of meat. But as we go in the video, you will notice that meat is not the only thing you can find and you can buy at a butcher. So what makes French butchers really special? Actually, it comes from the fact that it's very traditional. It's like a family doctor, okay? Your butcher, if you've been living in the same neighborhood, let's say in the same street, and there's a good chance that you will stick to the same butcher for almost all your life until you actually move out. And that butcher will get very familiar, very close to you. He will know you, your family, your kids, their taste, what they like, what they don't like, etc. They will ask you about your life, about new events that are coming up. So it's very nice, actually. It's an actual human relationship that you have with your butcher. It's the same thing with the bakers. Those things are very traditional, very French. French people are very attached to those traditional values, and it's very iconic of French way of life. So you will find all kinds of meat. For example, you will find chicken, poulet, chicken, le poulet, a beef, bœuf, and you will find veal, le veau, veau, or lamb, agneau. You will find, that little birdie, very Parisian, very French, that you will see in iconic French movies and pictures on Instagram everywhere, because it's so romantic, right? We eat it, we love it. Roasted pigeons is a big thing in France. So basically, when you go there, there's a good chance you will find some in the butchers. You will find meat, sausages. Sausages is very iconic French. You will find all kinds of saucissons. This is part of the, let's say, French food starter kit, right? Wine, cheese, and saucisson, and bread, of course. So le fromage, le vin, le saucisson, et le pâté, et le pain, et all those stuff. This is very iconic French. Okay. You will find also a lot of fancy things that you will find only at butchers at a specific times, like when it's time for Christmas. So for New Year's Eve, you will find all kinds of games that comes from the countryside in Paris, like cerf, sanglier, fawn, all those things that you can only find at specific times, okay? And it's so fresh, as the smell is a good indicator, but it's very fresh, and it's usually more expensive. That's why a lot of people nowadays, especially young generations, are actually losing that tradition of going to the butcher. First of all, it's true, it's more expensive, but you get better quality. But I think more and more people now are looking for saving money. So they would rather do like in North America, in most Western societies, they would rather go and buy meat at the grocery store or at the mall, right? Or Costco, like here in Montreal in Canada. That's what they do, because it's cheaper and you can bulk buy. Okay, so the quality is not always there, but at least you get a lot of food for your money. So it's a good way. But the thing is, in France, people are very attached to those traditions, and so it's very common that a person will stick to the same butcher for their whole life. So what do you say when you enter a butcher? You will say, "Bonjour, monsieur le boucher, je voudrais du jambon," for example. Jambon means ham. Ham, jambon. Jambon, ham. So when it comes to ham, they will cut it according to your taste, according to how thick you like your slices. So for example, if you want thin slices, it would sound like fine tranche. Fine tranche. Or if you want more, like if you want thicker slices, it would sound like épaisse. Thick, épaisse. Des tranches épaisses. Des tranches épaisses. Ou de fines tranches. So, to sum it up, it's kind of confusing. Okay, thin, it means fin. Okay, fin, thin. Épaisse, thick. So that's just one example. Like when it comes to pork, for example, we love pork, and that's this particular animal where you can eat everything in the pork, from the ears to the nose, to the legs, to like everything you can eat. It's not just here. Mostly you will find pork chops and pork ribs and some pork belly for bacon. But in France, you eat everything in pork. You can ask for anything, and yeah, I said it. You get the pig head, the nose, the ears. Yeah, people love that. I tasted it. It's not that bad actually. I love pork. I love my bacon, so I tasted everything. I love it. And it's the same for beef. You can find like those iconic pieces of beef like that you can find in France, like entrecôte, entrecôte, faux filet, faux filet. So and the T-bone, it's actually said T-bone in French too. There is no like viande hantée. No, it's just T-bone. And then you can find basse-côte. Basse-côte. It's part of the leg, actually, of the beef. It's very iconic. Then of course the chicken. You can find all kinds of chicken, like from the wings to the thighs to the breast. You can find roasted chicken too. So for example, it would sound like this. Je voudrais 3 entrecôtes pour ce soir, s'il vous plaît. Je voudrais 3 kilos ou 2 kilos de basse-côte. Je vais prendre 5 tranches de jambon. Je voudrais 5 fines tranches de jambon. Je voudrais un poulet rôti. Roasted chicken, poulet rôti. Chicken is poulet. Rôti means roasted. Rôti, roasted. All right. Then you have those fancy stuff, as I said in the beginning, of par exemple, magret de canard. It's like duck magret, as you can find it here, and it's that juicy, delicious, fatty meat. Is like so good, and it's very iconic. Okay, magret de canard à l'orange. So orange duck magret is such an iconic Christmas dish recipe that French are very fond of. Okay, so these are the things like, and you will as you order, okay, you will often hear the butcher asking you, et avec ceci, et avec ceci, et avec ceci, ce sera tout. So basically these two you will hear that a lot, and it means, will that be all? Would you like something else? Should I add something else? Would you like something else? So, et avec ceci. So literally it means and with that, like what would you like with that, and with that, what would you like? Ce sera tout. Will that be all? Ce sera tout. Or they will say it very fast, like ça sera tout, ça sera tout. So get used to the sound, how it sounds. Ce sera tout, ça sera tout. Oui, ce sera tout, merci. Oui, ce sera tout. Et avec ceci, madame? Non, ce sera tout. merci. And then it's time to go to the cash. Okay, so when it's time to pay, most of the time, I would say, I'm not even exaggerating when I'm saying about 80 to 90% of the time, you will find the butcher's wife at the cash. She's handling the money. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. That's a tradition. The wife handles the money, the cash. So they will ask you like, how are you? If they know you, of course. How are you? How are your kids? They will talk about. Yeah, sometimes when you're in a hurry and you want to pay fast and just leave, it's kind of annoying because people, when they go to the cash, they like to talk a lot. And so they will ask you about your life. How is it? Did your kids go back to school? How is your husband? How is your wife? What are they up to? How are they? Haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, see, they like to talk a lot there. But it's very cool, except when you're in a hurry. But besides that, it's very cool. So they will ask you about everything and anything, actually. So it's very like your hairstylist here. They like to make good conversation. And I think that's why people in France are very attached to those places, because it allows you to have very human relationship. And it's which you don't get at Walmart or at Costco, right? So there it is. Encore une autre vidéo dans notre liste de lecture. La dernière fois, c'était à la boulangerie. Maintenant, on est passé au boucher. Donc, si vous avez aimé la vidéo, vous pouvez cliquer sur le petit pouce en l'air, vous abonner et activer les notifications pour être le premier au courant, le ou la première au courant dès que je sors une nouvelle vidéo. J'essaie de faire des vidéos chaque jour pour vous apporter le plus de contenu possible, pour vous aider à progresser. Vraiment, j'ai connu beaucoup d'accents, beaucoup de façons d'apprendre et de parler le français. Et c'est parfois très intimidant, on ne sait pas par quel bout le prendre, par où commencer. Est-ce que je dois commencer par le vocabulaire, la grammaire, la conjugaison? Moi, je vous apporte un petit peu de tout. C'est vraiment la façon dont on le parle en France, à Paris. La plupart du temps, quand les gens vont en vacances, ils vont à Paris. Donc, c'est important de se familiariser avec la façon dont les gens parlent là-bas. Les gens parlent vite, avec beaucoup d'expressions, d'abréviations, de raccourcis aussi. Je vais faire des vidéos sur les raccourcis, mais on verra plus tard. En attendant, laissez-moi un commentaire pour me dire à peu près quel est votre niveau. J'aimerais en savoir plus sur vous, si je vais vite, trop vite, pas assez vite. C'est important pour moi aussi, comme ça me permet de vous procurer du contenu sur mesure, en fait, par rapport à ce que vous me dites. Donc, dites-moi ce que vous en pensez et j'espère vous revoir la prochaine fois dans une prochaine vidéo. Alors, en attendant, je vous dis à la prochaine, à bientôt. Salut!